Oh, shoot. I knew I would forget something. I'm dead. I'm dead, everybody. Okay, hold up. Oh, no. Oh. Come on. I'm here. Register me. I'm here. I'm not dead yet. Aha, there we go. I live. Hi, Tsumi. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Twilight into the AkumaVerse. Exactly. So, before I get started, why am I echo? Oh, I have Reaper open. Shit. Okay, I need to close Reaper. I've been working on a cover. If you're good, I might let you listen to it at the end of the stream. But there we go. I'm not echoing anymore. So, I've been extremely nervous to do this. This whole thing was supposed to be just a video, and then I couldn't convince my brain to do it that way. And so I figure, why not make it a stream and just invite a bunch of kindred to see if they want to help me make the timeline together. So I'll start with myself and my logic and my reasoning, and then we'll open it up at the end and try to get a collaborative timeline of events between all of the ASMR, even the ones that don't exist technically anymore, but actually did exist, and I was supposed to have done this months ago, and that's why they're gone now. Hi, Ka! Welcome in! I know you. If you know me, if you know who I am as a kindred, please keep that information to yourself. If you know, you know. If you don't, you're not gonna. I appreciate a little bit of privacy between my fandom life and my quote-unquote professional life. So, all of this, of course, is a complete over-examination of lore that was never supposed to be connected, but fuck it, we've all, and I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna try my best at least. And feel free to give your opinions in the chat. I'd love to hear them. And it wouldn't be a Vox stream without RuneScape music, considering he does it. The best justification. Considering he does use RuneScape music in most of his ASMRs that have cinematic music. I think aside from he said cowboy. Cowboy, he looked up a random soundtrack that I later heard in a different video and couldn't stop laughing my ass off. So, I'm using, under Eden's suggestion, I am using Google Slides as my flowchart creator, which I fiddled around with a little, and hopefully this goes all right. Okay, so I think the first thing that we have, of course, oh, that's gonna be gigantic. Time to get wild, and you have no idea. Mary just released a new chapter of the comic that he and Vox wrote together on stream, and oh my god, I have thoughts. But those thoughts will wait until we get to Vox, because Vox, no, I'm telling you now, Vox fucks up the whole timeline. His mere existence fucks the whole timeline. So, but we'll get to him. We'll get to him. So, I have a hyperfixation. I don't want to use that word lightly. I am currently very fixated, and have been for like the past 11 months. I've been a kindred. Wait, no. 13 months I've been a kindred. I love the lore of the ASMRs, and I've been thinking about this since Box Tenchi 2 came out, and I think it started, I was talking with Shem, and it just grew, and I was like, I have to do this. I have to do the lore. And then I decided that a move to VTubing over face streaming was right for me, and I was like, I can totally do it as a 8 months later. So we begin ancient times, and we also have a modern day, so that will be one of our starts. How do I move this? Nope, that rotates it. Move, there we go. And we have modern, so we have two distinct time frames, but we don't necessarily, that doesn't mean that they're distinct timelines. And it's my belief that these two timelines actually converge. Like, they are linear into each other, and the Vox that we know as boyfriend Vox is ancient Vox from the past. I'm the map pad of the AkumaVerse. I wouldn't go that far. I don't feel like any of my theories are too far out there, and I'm definitely not gonna do 500 videos on the lore of FNAF. But that's just a theory, a Twyla theory. Modern times. Okay. All right. How's the music, by the way? Is it audible to you, but not like overpowering me? Okay, so the music is good. Excellent. I'm going to begin in quote unquote modern times. Just as a basis, meaning that any Vox that we encounter in modern times is not Demon Vox. Whether that is a, like, how do I want to put this? These are the ones that will sprout off as there is no way that these can possibly exist together. So I'm sure that you already have some in mind that are completely distinct timelines that will not be the main timeline. So let's start there because those are the easiest. So we'll get an arrow. Oh my god, this is so dramatic. And then another line. Whoops. Control Z works. I need lines, please. Thank you. Okay. So, yeah, let's just move that down so it connects because I need it to connect. There we go. Can we spread that out a little? Yep. Cool. Okay. So, the very first ones that I consider their own distinct timeline, like in the order that in a rough order that we encountered them, death to me is a pretty big indicator that we are dealing with a separate timeline. The first one in which we die, let me get him over here, is, excuse you, I need to copy you, thank you, is Merman. Pretty hard end to this. Oh yeah, oh right, let me disclaimer real quick. Because I'm not holding back. I assume if you're here, you either have an interest. Oh my god. We're gonna use a different source. That was my 79 song long karaoke. All right. Yeah, I'll just do text. Spoilers. That is illegible. What is the hex code for black? We'll just pick it. There we go. Spoilers. Spoilers. There will be spoilers. A lot of spoilers. So, we're gonna start with Merman. Merman, I think we might all be in agreement. Merman is very a hard end, shall we say. So because he has a hard ending, because Kindred ends up in a situation that they cannot escape from and they cannot find further Voxes, Merman stands alone. Also, that was my comfort ASMR because it was so ambient, aside from when he like knocked his phone over. I would sleep to that one all the time. All right. So, it was so good. I know that there are specific sleep ASMRs, but the ambience was chef's kiss. The ending didn't wake. Sometimes no, sometimes yes. It just depended. I actually listened to that one when I went to C2E2 after getting off night shift and not getting any sleep and then doing a whole day of con stuff. Put it on and I managed to sleep on my back. Ever since I had my concussion, I have not been able to sleep in any position other than my stomach. But sheer exhaustion and Merman got me there. All right. Next one that is fairly distinct. No one technically died. Technically, it was edited out. You already know which one I'm talking about. But I think that Butler is also a standalone. The reason I think this is simply because of the circumstances of Kindred's like employment of Vox, and the fact that we have like our own mansion and we're employed gainfully apparently, or we had like dead parents. I'm not actually sure why he's our butler, but he is. And the fact that we're a rich homeowner and this butler is like kind of trying to let us but not actually letting us win at chess and like play dress up, I don't think that's compatible with the rest of the main universe. And we didn't die. We didn't die. The butler is a nice man, supposedly, technically. How's the Vox timeline going so far? We're 2 in out of 34. 2 in out of 34. These are the easy ones. All right, next. Which one did I have next? Oh, yeah. They seem to have an interest. They have an incredible lore. A lot of the ones I'll be talking about have been removed due to YouTube terms of service and an unwillingness to get a not copyright strike, community guideline strike. Completely understandable. But the ones that you can find, the night line will be a little bit confusing because you're not going to have any idea how night. Spoilers. Basically, something happens in the Dragon ASMR that leads into Forest Guardian and then Night 2, and Dragon was deleted. So they may be a bit confusing, but the standalone ones, incredible. Highly suggest, if you are just into any kind of storytelling, giving these a look. All right, where are ya? Where are ya? So I have all the thumbnails. I didn't label them because I'm dumb. So I'm gonna have to do some seek and find. Actually, I can delete the ones that are gone. Oh, that will help. I no longer need these. There we go. Where are you? Where are you? That looks like you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's you. All right. Next one that comes to a hard end because of, well, actually we don't actually know if we die. Oh, that's because I'm looking elsewhere. Here, let me move my phone. Thank you for letting me know. All right. YouTube got too flustered. Susan liked Vox. Neil hates Vox. And Neil has that name that you're just like, Neil. Instead of like, Susan. It's like, Neil. So whiny. Neil. Take his coat. Okay. Moving on. I'm so sorry. This is my thought process. I never get to talk about things that I'm like this excited about, but I'm so invested in this. All right. Next hard end. Not necessarily because of death, but possibly because of death. Vampire. I put... Oh no, my model is gonna keep crying. Oh no. I have it as Control C. I have it as Control C for the toggle. So every time I copy an ASMR to paste it, it's gonna... Wait. It's gonna do that. Why are you... Paste? Why are you doing this? Hold up. I may have fucked something up. All right, let's try to copy it again. Coral, that kills people. All right, time to cry again. There we go. He's free. We have freed him from the fate of being tied to the rest of the stuff in this PowerPoint. Okay, my reasoning for vampire being a separate storyline is crying from passion. Not anymore, I'm not. The reason for vampire being its own is because Kindred is trapped in a basement for the rest of potentially eternity, to be used as a vampire's blood bag until they could prove themselves that they are a worthy spouse. So that to me seems like a pretty dead end ending. So we're putting vampire as its own. Your opinion may vary. I think that it is pretty solidly a standalone. Hi, welcome in, Kendra. Oh yeah, let me greet people. Karib, Red Ranger, TJ, and Kendra, and Tsumi, and Moby Tofi, and Frankie. Welcome in, everyone. And Poe! Hi, Poe! All right. Yeah, so definitely incompatible. This is my first not sure. This is one that I think will cause a little bit of discourse, and I am prepared for that. I did let you I sent you some messages. Hi Charted Arby. I sent you some messages. I think it's really awesome and I can't wait to use it. I've been focusing on my cover, but I need to get back to doing the audio. Oh no, you're at work. I hope you enjoy work as best as you can. All right. So this one I think is going to cause a little bit of discourse, as I said, because I think Professor is a standalone. I'm not saying that he couldn't necessarily end up in the main timeline, but I don't think it's very likely. I don't think that Professor's... I'm not making the ASMR yet. I'm ranking boxes. I think because of the fact that Kindred and Vox, Professor Vox, are so possessive of each other and they are so toxic. Oh, and the fact that Vox has a family. That is a big like separation of main timeline to alternate timeline. So I think Professor Vox is an AU. Let me see if there was any other reasoning that I had. No, definitely. That about summed it up. I think that's pretty solid reasoning on my part. Yeah, Student Kindred is also very different from main timeline Kindred, and that's another reason. Like, the red flags that Student Kindred displays, I'm not sure that you could very easily overcome them and make your way to boyfriend Vox. Not in a reasonable amount of time, shall we say. Very much like an AU. It was a wild stream. Hi, John. Welcome in. I agree. Wild stream. Kudos to the brass balls on that guy for going through with them and saying fuck the haters. Like, total Chad move. I'm here for it. I loved it. It's one of the very few. I know that I said in my Discord that Doctor was the only one that I'd never watched twice, but I actually never went back to watch Professor. Would we think that Professor and Librarian are connected? Potentially, yes. If the possibility does exist, in my opinion. To me, they could be separate timelines, but like connected on their own. We'll make it like a, excuse me. We'll make a tentative connection to those in a bit. Okay, who's next? Oh yeah, no, this one. There's no way this one is part of the main timeline. Let me find him. I do have a Discord server. You can find it down in my description. You also didn't. Okay, so the main timeline is anything that leads up to and includes boyfriend Vox. Anything that does not directly linearly connect to boyfriend Vox is a separate timeline, in my opinion. There will be a branch off of Vox that is kind of related to boyfriend Vox, but it's its own kind of like crazy bullshit. We'll get there. The next guaranteed standalone. Am I still crying? Hold up. There we go. The next guaranteed standalone one, Mad Scientist. There is no way Mad Scientist fits into the main timeline. Kindred is the goat. The goat. Oh boy, is that a standalone. Exactly. No problem, Red Ranger. Yes, so the modern will like, there will be a second line here. These are a branch off. I might have to clean it up later. But there will be lines. Actually, let me make the lines already so that it's obvious. There we go. So this is a branch off of modern times. I'm trying my best. I didn't really come in here with a great plan. I'm just doing my best. So mad scientist. Kindred was killed, then brought back to life, then dismembered again. So, I was listening to this at work. It was delayed, and so it actually fell on a work day for me, and I listened to it anyway, literally gripping my keyboard at the ending, because I was so invested as I was wandering around the lab doing lab things. As soon as I heard that the ending was getting a little bit intense, I went back to my office desk, started like typing things while I listened, and just kind of ended up gripping the keys to the point where I was like, I have to let go of this keyboard or I'm gonna break it. And then I spent the rest kind of wandering aimlessly for a little bit because it fucked me up mentally a little bit. I won't lie. It was intense in a good way. Like, it was that good feeling where you leave something feeling a little disoriented because you were so absorbed in it. You had to lay down. Exactly. It was incredible. Thank you, Kai. I appreciate it. Let's go lab things. Yeah, let's go lab things. I'm hoping to end up back in a lab and not a building that threatens my life. So the intensity came across secondhand. Oh yeah, you were watching it all happen on Twitter. But yeah, mostly because fear of blood. It did get gory. It did get real gory. So Vox is an incredible storyteller. And a lot of people dismiss him as being, oh, he's the sussy ASMR guy. It's so much more than that. It's the story and the world building and the characterization. All of his characters feel different. And even for well-established actors, I feel like that can sometimes be hard to overcome. There are definitely actors that are typecast that you look at, like Will Ferrell, right? Most of Will Ferrell's roles are over the top, comedic, over-exaggeration. But there are certain actors, and names are escaping me right now, ignore me. There are certain actors that feel different in every role that they're in. Like, okay, Daniel Radcliffe. He feels different in every role that he's in, and Vox's characters feel a lot the same. Hi, Ante, welcome in. So, if you can... Ryan Gosling, yes! Yes, 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 I agree. If you can... It is a bit weird sometimes. Like, I had to get used to listening to the ASMR, and the first ASMR that I actually listened to was Vampire. And then the first live ASMR that I listened to was Night. But yeah, Vampire was an interesting start to Vox's ASMRs, to be sure. Night made you cry? Am I a monster because I don't remember crying at night? You know which one did make me... we're about to get to... I think we're almost to the one that made me cry. Like, sob inconsolably. We're actually nowhere close, but we'll get there. I'll tell you which one made me sob. Oh my god, the Gardic phone collab. Someone said something along the lines of like, he's got the spirit. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about, but he's got the spirit. Sometimes brain just no worky, right? Okay. Oh yeah, how are we with soup, guys? Have we started eating soup again yet? Your first ASMR was Doctor. Oh god. That is one I couldn't go back and watch. The betrayal of trust was too much for me, but I'll get into it later. You had soup today. You've overcome the soup PTSD. All right, next one. Where are you, good sir? Where are you? There you are. All right. Next up, that is its own timeline. Voxy's got a gun. Secret agent. Kindred as a super spy with Vox, who is super spy, and secretly on the other team working against you in a dramatic head-to-head where you get captured and then he does a heel face turn and ends up buried. So I want this one to be remade the most because I need the sequel. I need the sequel. He needs to be alive. We need to know what happened to him. And in order to know what happened to him, we need him to have his ASMR back. So I need this one to be remade the most. The vent. Yeah, the vent. The sequel needs to happen. Agreed. So yeah, that one is pretty solidly on its own. I think we can all agree there. All right, I need to delete mad scientist, delete secret agent. All right. This is my second tentative standalone. He was an imposter because he vented. I didn't even think about that. Fuck you, Red Ranger. No. Oh no. All right. Oh no, where are you? Wait, no, there you are. You also never listened to the Doctor one twice, but you watched it live. Dang. Yeah, I think the fact that Night was my like first live one really helped because I didn't have to worry about, like, it didn't get too sussy. And so I was like, it was easy to just listen through and kind of like dip a toe into the waters that were like live chat during the ASMRs. It was nice. It was a good introductory ASMR. This one, hesitantly standalone for tattoo artist. And the reason I say hesitantly is on the basis of physical alterations alone. So tattoo artist, obviously tattoos, they're permanent even if they are no longer, like, even if you get them lasered off, you can still kind of tell that there was a tattoo there. And the permanent changes, such as names and initials, would have kind of been noticed probably by our boyfriend at some point in time. And it is possible, I mean, that boyfriend is just like a cool dude and didn't bring up tattoos and they didn't bother him and they were like mentioned and come to terms with quote unquote off screen. But like, I don't know, it feels very standalone to me because of the permanence of tattoos. If there were any that were to kind of fall along the like the officer, doctor, painter, like main line, this one would be the one I'd be most likely to put in. All right. Maybe, wait. Did I screw up? Oh, okay. I will actually come back. I'll come back to librarian. All right. So, the one that follows secret agent, I feel like anything that goes against the BF relationship becomes suspect because BF says he's not cool with cheating. Doesn't mean it's not completely canon, but yes. So if tattoo artist were to happen, it would be before meeting boyfriend. If. Again, debatable. Next ASMR. The one that made me sob uncontrollably. Like, my heart broke. I felt guilty as fuck. Midnight, welcome in. The one that broke me. I have not cried so hard for an ASMR. There are few shows that I've cried this hard for. Apocalypse Survivor. Definitely its own timeline. Zombie apocalypse, most of humanity dead. Definitely its own timeline. I think we're all in agreement. We're all in agreement that Apocalypse Survivor is standalone. Not only because of the apocalypse itself, but because of the fact that we die at the end. Unless we get a, no, that would ruin the impact entirely. We didn't, yeah, exactly. We didn't know each other. You wrote an alternate, I need it. I need it, Midnight. Obviously we are gonna like remake an ASMR, but I cried my eyes out. The guilt that I felt because of what happened. I lost it. And especially because it comes right after a buildup where it's like there's a little bit of hope and you're no longer alone, and then death. Jesus. Yeah, Standalone. No! Emotional support, I forgot about that! Oh no! Should I? You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. All right. Now that I've traumatized you, courtesy of emotional support. Emotional support being nothing but emotionally supportive. He sang it almost a year later. Ah. Oh my gosh. That's crazy, TJ. Was supposed to kill us. Yeah. And I really like, which Donkey Kong was it? Was it Donkey Kong 64 that he forgot to remove the gunshot? And we were watching like, no. It was Donkey Kong Country 2. It was Donkey Kong Country 2 because we were in Wrinkly's cabin. And all of a sudden we just got shot. Instead of the normal outro. I lost it laughing. Whoops, forgot to remove the gunshot. All right, this one, very fun. This one, if you want to start with a Vox ASMR and you want the characterization, but you want something a little batshit silly and like funny, Cowboy's got ya. Me Cowboy handsome. Yep, Cowboy Vox has your back. Clearly set in the American Southwest. Was it 1800s? 1800s, I think? I think it was 1800s. Don't quote me. We love a himbo. We have something in common in that we both like to learn guitar. Could we argue it took place between ancient times and modern times? We could. Let's come back to that later. Let's make that a talking point once we get through, like, this. And we'll see if we can slot it in there. Yeah, I guess I hadn't considered that. That's entirely possible. All right. TJ will remember that. But that does lend to interesting things. All right, I need to delete out Apocalypse Survivor. Okay, so next one. That is, oh my God, the music just got really intense. It's really not that important. All right, bartender. Mr. Everlasting. Fun fact about this one. You're working, let you find headphones. Welcome in, Holly. Grab those headphones. Whoops, too small. Okay, this gets really interesting. Wait, what do you mean it gets really interesting? This one to me was like very standalone. Gave us so much lore about New Sidonia. Wait, like, hold up. Because my interpretation of this was that it's an entirely walled off, like, modern city that will absolutely not fit into like a present day timeline. What if it's a far future time, but it's an end line? All right. I personally have it as separate because Kindred dies, or at the very least is poisoned. And it is I mean, it's modern-ish. You may have a point. Oh, so crap. It's actually like a line extending from modern times. These are all. Let me do this. Let me make it less confusing. There we go. These are all AUs. Wow, I didn't get that. Let's bold it. Let's make this more legible. Oh, fuck. There we go. There we go. We don't trust drinks. We don't trust drinks from a lot of people now. Poor private detective when he comes in and he's like, I just want to get you a drink. And we're like, nope. Nope. Can't fool us. Nope. Speaking of, I think he's the last one. No tea, no soup, no alcohol, no nothing. Voxes cannot be trusted with drinks unless they're boyfriend and he got them straight from the counter. All right, private investigator. Private investigator, although given that TJ did bring up that maybe Cowboy could be like a Vox between ancient and modern times, private investigator, maybe. But I have it standalone. As much of a goober as he is, and the fact that he cooked absolutely nothing. It's in the 1920s to the 1930s. I'm not sure exactly when, but he did mention the bad stock market, and that was 1929. So it could be either late in 1929 or sometime in the 1930s, because if I remember my history correctly, the stock market did start to recover around 1939 into 1940 due to war. So that's what I think in terms of PI. Man looks like Jack the Ripper. Yeah, Cowboy PI seems too dumb to be ancient boyfriend. There could be explanations because there's something odd about boyfriend compared to ancient Vox, and I think we can all agree that like there's something weird there, which is also another reason why I'm getting this put out before the lore project drops. Vox accidentally kills a cowboy and gets a southern accent. My question, do demons just come out of hell naturally speaking English because America's kind of a hellhole sometimes? I don't know. Accidentally kills a cowboy. Well, we don't know when he did. Oh no, he killed a Texan. We don't know when he decided he wasn't going to kill people anymore. He could have come to America. He could have come to America before he decided he was going to be good. All right. Okay, luckily for my sanity, we're going to make a box. Wait, we're going to make a box. Shapes. Ooh, I like shapes. All right, we have a box. And in this box, wow. These are a separate timeline. They are their own self-contained timeline. And in my opinion, especially, how did that, excuse you? All right. I didn't ask you to clip, or to, not clip. Jump, whatever, separate timeline. In this box, we have another box. Didn't he come to America and that's where he reunited with Onigiri? Huh? Wait, am I missing lore? This is why I have you all, because I still need to apparently have some research and some education. It's so big and vast that it's kind of hard for one person to parse it all. Karaoke lore. Oh shit! You're right! But I haven't watched, we have no way, and I have not watched the lore-based karaoke from his return. Oh, if you could find a timeline for that, that'd be... Yeah, we could definitely do an ASMR lore, like, specific, and then like word of God being Vox himself. Used to have that timeline. Oh, hell yeah. If you could find that, that'd be awesome. All right, separate timeline. Very simple. We have that Vox had the word of God. You're right. Except we'll get to Vox. All right, next, we go from knight to dragon. I still feel like a little bit of a weirdo because I did not cry for Night. I have the power of God and anime on my side. I didn't cry during Night. Maybe I'm just a horrible person, but it did not emotionally connect with me like Apocalypse Survivor did. And maybe it's because I saw it coming. Maybe it's because as soon as he got wrecked, like as soon as he got his shit wrecked quite so badly, I think I knew that there was no coming back from it, so it wasn't as impactful as it could have been because I was like, well, fuck, he's dying. So, after Dragon, we get Forest Guardian, which I listened to this week because I was having a go of it and I needed some comfort. Reached out to some friends, they were a bit busy, and oh, you sent me a DM. Ooh. All right, I will give that a look when we finish this part out. Yeah, Forest Guardian is just really nice. If you want something to talk, yeah, I was like if you've listened to him talk about how that all went down, he died a little sooner than was planned because his iPhone started to die and his model tracking would have gone with it. And so he's like, well, I guess we speed run this death. Still can't finish it. You fall asleep. Re-listened to it that night. Yeah, I just needed, and I actually started crying in the car when I was listening to it on my way to a friend's house on Sunday. Because he's like, you've been through so much. Like, you seem like you have a lot going on. And I was like, I do. I've got so much going on. It was like, he gets me. Dragon, I will say one thing about Dragon. And it's very sussy. And just the smallest of nitpicks. And if you've watched it, you'll know. He said he had 2, and we didn't get to do a thing with either one. Fail. But anyway, moving on. The last in the series thus far that made you upset, right? Yeah, Reeb. Yeah, you heard me right. Hey, don't come at me with that camera, Mopey Topey. I don't care if I get caught in 4K. I said it outright. Y'all need to find Jesus. We all need to find Box. No. It was fandom. It was canon. It was absolutely canon. I don't know if he got the idea from fandom, but it was canon. Like, he said something, I'm gonna paraphrase because I don't remember, but at some point he goes, yes, there are 2. Just completely called it out. Forest Guardian, I want to just go into the woods because I like touching grass. I go into the woods a lot. I want to meet Forest Guardian. If I was in the woods and I met Forest Guardian, we just chilled and like, I gotta like cuddle up to his side and just like talk and be friends. That'd be wonderful. Like just a chit chat with Forest Guardian. I'd bring a picnic and we get to talk. It'd be lovely. I'm sure the animals and the trees and the birds and fish have interesting things to say, but maybe he would like to talk to a person. Okay, we are 46 minutes in, and now it gets hard-ish. Forest Guardian is like a dad to me. Oops. Daddy? Forest Guardian, please come to your backyard woods. You can play with Doggo. Hard-ish. Because I think that some of these are very in order and easy to figure out, but they might not be. I'm gonna start easy. Out of the hard ones, I'm gonna start easy. We have 2 linear ASMRs that kick us off. And those are the interrogation AU, or the interrogation ASMR. This is Demon Vox. Could I imagine Vox just randomly finding this live stream? I will confess, I fucked up because I wanted to give credit, and in my description, I put @Vox Akuma. It will tag someone and leave a notification in their inbox, and I was just like, fuck. And Zephyr's like, you could have just like done the link, and I'm like, you're right, I could have just done the link if I'd been thinking right. So he's really busy doing his lore stuff. I doubt it didn't get lost in his inbox because there was a stream yesterday, so lots of people were going to be replying and liking. There is no way he saw me. I will not be perceived, not this way. So, and if he does, it'll just be like, oh, hi, we like your stuff. Kuro, welcome in. Feel like you're in school. I feel like I'm teaching, except with more swear words and a much more captive audience than my former students. So not this way. Yeah, don't perceive me this way. I have been perceived because I won a game of Fall Guys. I won a game of Fall Guys during his first fundraiser. So, I mean, he knows my name distantly. He should be asleep. Exactly. And that was incredible. I was so happy. But yes, Reeb, it is a possibility. Senpai noticed me. He's teaching us the Vox lore. I'm trying. So yeah. Demon Vox is canon. Even by word of God, Demon Vox and Boyfriend Vox are the same, but something has happened. So in terms of the main timeline, actually, let me write that down. Main timeline. Ah! Wait. Need to make this wider. There we go. Ah! I can't. The box is weird. The box is weird. So, like, this is just par for the course. All right. And in addition to that Vox, we also have where first we were in jail, then we got let out of jail. And that is this ASMR. So these are connected. Interrogation goes directly to maybe I treated you too harshly. I think that's the name of it. Yeah, we got let out of jail. We got let out of jail and then we became his lover, and it's fantastic. It's totally self-indulgent, but you know what? It's nice. Prison break. Yeah, I think we were a little... I actually meant to write a fanfic about the effects of us being in jail and, like, potential guilt, but I never got around to it. This one made you cry? Oh, we got food. We did get food. We actually ate the food and we didn't get poisoned. Thank you for stopping in, Ante. No. This is my brain rot, TJ. This is mine. No, I appreciate it. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Michael Scofield from Prison Break. Your favorite. Love that we took that story and made it for our own for each kindred. I still need to get my kindred Sona. I still have yet to do that. I have ideas. I just don't have one. Well, we are cute. It is a fact of nature that all kindred are cute and hot. He said it himself, and I believe it, having met many kindred at conventions. So, yeah. Okay, next. Where do we start? Where do we start? Where do we start? Where do we start? I think, in terms of the modern AU, our start is with Captain. He's the first modern one that we met, and references are made to him. His ASMR was before boxes, and Officer references them both. So, Captain is next in my timeline. Oh shit, I fucked up. I need more room. You go over here. Can I just oh shit. Can I like hold up? Oh no. Oh dear. Okay. Can I just like, yeah. All of this moves. All of this moves. You go back. Wait. Shit. Ah! Can I make you smaller? Okay, we're gonna try that again. I am so sorry. Chaos. Chaos. Okay. Okay, pick our tool. Can I make you small? Can I just like shrinky dink you down? Kinda. That wasn't right. All right, we're gonna just like tuck you in the corner over there and pray there is room. Okay. So, Captain is the first of the alternate. Commission the reference sheet of mine. It's coming soon. That's awesome. You can help draft that for me. Just let you know. Thank you. Glad you liked your edit. Yes. Woof. Oh God. Someone. So if you've ever seen the video of the dog that they go like, no, don't woof, and the dog very distinctly just says woof. Reeb edited me doing that over the actual video. It was pretty great. Can I just like hold up? All right, we'll actually pull you down then. Yeah, I'll have to show you. Okay, so obviously there is like a set of like 400 years later. Actually, I can't write that there. Ah, the limitations are becoming clear. All right, Captain Akuma. Was pretty fun for the time. I loved the way that he integrated in the rainbow supas and the fact that apparently we had a physics-defying plane and or maybe hints of all of us are one random amalgamation of bodies and minds and clothes that we learned about later with Vox. I laughed in it too. Also, Voxanne. The one time that we got Voxanne in ASMR. Aren't we lucky? She has made many appearances, but it's her only ASMR appearance. And now it is gone forever. All right. So, Captain makes an interesting one. Because I feel that off of Captain, we have to have... Yeah, Voxanne was in it. She took over for him for a little bit. I think... Where are you? There you are. We have our first AU from the main timeline in Flight Attendant. I feel that Flight Attendant is an AU of Captain, but does not fit into the main timeline itself. Boop, boop. Okay, because let's be honest. Let's be real here. Kindred can afford a first-class ticket. Not only one, but two first-class tickets just to have the area to themselves when we've been struggling to hold down jobs and costing people their jobs, and somehow Captain got employed again at a different at a different airline. Also, if Captain is employed after the events of Boyfriend 3, we'd be with Boyfriend and we wouldn't be able to be with Flight Attendant. So I think it's a separate branch off of Captain. Feel free to debate, but that's where I'm putting it. Valid. Also, I was so happy we got to hear from Captain again. I thought that was fucking hilarious, and I went back and watched it so many times. His little speech about like hope that he can fly the plane right, and that chuckle, that like that gremlin laugh. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So much fun. All right, did I delete you? Yes, I did. Okay, next from Captain. Next from Captain was... I'm actually not going to delete you because you're a problem. It's the boy! Hello, boy! It's Vox, the fucker that started this whole thing. The guy that started it all because I couldn't get over where he fit into the timeline, and I kept talking with so many people about it. It's Vox. Hi, Vox. Box. The box within a box within a box. Pick him up and hug him. He's so sweet, though. In this one, in the first one, it did get sussy, but it's so sweet. And yes, I just, like, I felt, okay, I was not around. Bucks, I slapped my desk like this is actually important. I was not around during like the first of the ASMRs. So I had to go back and listen to Vox Tenshi for the first time. I wasn't even there and I felt guilty. As soon as he's talking about us costing his position in the church and like how we've broken his vows, and yes, I wasn't even there, and I was just like, I'm so sorry, Father Tenshi, I'm so sorry. We don't have to, but of course it had already played out and there was no stopping it, and he lost his job because of us. Until the sequence of Vox Tenshi 2, of course, but we're not quite there yet. But yes, Vox Tenshi also kind of cemented the idea of an amalgamation of kindred in his confessional booth, because he did make mention of different faces and different voices and different clothing that all kind of shifted back and forth and talked to him separately. So that is more proof of the amalgamation kindred theory. Ancient also, you're right. Ancient does mention the amalgamation. Pleading her case like it's a Phoenix Wright game. I am passionate about this, okay? I am so passionate about this timeline and the lore because it's incredible and there's so much of it. And of course, everything, okay, most aside from like certain plot points, these are all improvised on the spot with feedback from chat. So obviously there are going to be things that don't align because he's just pulling it off the top of his head, going off the cuff with it. But there's some interesting things that happen if you read too far into things that have been improvised, and we'll come back to that. So, Vox Tenshi 2, obviously an AU, obviously a split from Vox Tenshi. This is not canon. Oh shit. Okay, you're gonna move up a little. This arrow sucks. It needs to be a direct arrow. There we go. Itty bitty arrow. Size isn't everything. All right, and bigger arrow. No, that is tiny. Shit. Okay, that gets deleted. Hold up. I'm gonna make the arrow outside of. There we go. Haha. Yes, this is not canon. Oh god, there's so much overlap. I did not plan the space properly. We still have so much. Oh no. Okay, we'll make it work. Even if I have to somehow like, we'll make it work. Okay, so Vox Tenshi 2, hard ending. Kindred dies. Kindred gets ripped apart from the inside, if you know what I mean. And Vox goes on to destroy cities, and that is very non-canon compliant to the rest of the timeline because the world still exists and Kindred is still alive. Box Tenchi 2 is its own individual timeline. Also, props to someone who's willing to make pasta and finger it the whole time he's doing an ASMR. Oh god. The things that go on behind the scenes that you all would not even know. You don't know what you mean and you're worried. Like a lot of these sources, trust me, bro. So, all right, moving on. I only know this theme. I only know most of these themes that have come on because I've listened to Vox's Zatsus. All right, let me toss you a spaghetti. You just had to be there moment. It was incredible. Also, if you know, you know. Still very amused that we got Bilk before we got Vilk. Just saying. All right, moving on. In the main timeline, the next one up is Officer. Officer makes direct references to what we have done with both Captain and Box. Your Honor, my client Twyla pleads. Oopsie daisy. Oh goody, the red flag. I see Officer as less of a red flag than Doctor, to be honest with you. I was at least able to rewatch Officer. I could not rewatch Doctor. So we have Officer. Officer criticizes us for what we did with Captain and Box. Says that we cost them their jobs. Also the first, well, Box called himself an angel. Box called himself an angel in Box Tenchi 1. And then it was further expanded upon in Box Tenchi 2, where he's some sort of creature? Angel? Maybe. Maybe not. We don't actually know. But he calls himself an angel, so that's what we have to go with. Yeah, Eldritch Horror. Exactly. But he refers to himself as an angel. It's so complicated. And then in Officer doubles down on the fact that some might even call him an angel. He mentioned he's a god. Well, he said he called himself an angel before he called himself a god. And I really think that he may have had some sort of just like I don't tell these like lightly, but the way that he was acting was very like delusions of grandeur, psychosis type thing. I want to know who he met out in the outside world. I want to know who he met in the outside world and who, like, how they may have influenced him, because they wanted to see what he looked like and he refused. They wanted to see what he looked like. He refused. But was their prompting part of why he came back the way he did? I need to know. We're never gonna know, but I need to anyway. God damn it. All right, so that's... Did I have anything else for Officer? Let me check my notes. Yes, I have notes. How many notes do I have? Word count. I have 2,000 words of reasoning behind these. But this was also supposed to be just a video script and not a stream. All right, Captain, Flight Attendant, Box, Officer. Ah, yes, after Officer. Doctor. We could get a non-sussy continuation. I like the idea of like the non-sussy remakes. I really, really like it. All right, copy and paste. We have Doctor. Doctor is directly linear with Officer. Officer like beats the shit out of us. We wake up in the hospital. Pulled up an extended thesis. I was determined. I was determined to do this. Doctor, direct continuation of officer. Officer beats the shit out of us. We wake up with doctor. Doctor was supposed... I actually, in addition to secret agent, the one that I want next in terms of remake is doctor. Because doctor apparently was never supposed to be as sus as it was. It was not supposed to turn into smut. It was not supposed to get adult, but he felt prompted to do so. I want comforting doctor. I want a doctor that comforts us through what we've been through, kind of the same way that Forest Guardian did, because that was what, like, I've been, without trauma dumping, I have been through some shit. And the way that doctor was, like, saying that it, like, wasn't your fault and that everything was gonna be okay and that things didn't break you, and, like, I started to trust him so wholeheartedly, and then the sudden switch into either dub or non-con fucked me up. It fucked me up real bad, and it's the reason why I've never gone back to watch Doctor. So yeah, I would like if we could get nice Doctor. I'd like if we could get comforting Doctor. Trauma assistant Doctor. Even though I'm doing much better now. And I was even when I was watching Doctor, but damn, that was bad. To me personally, I know some people really enjoy it. I know some people really enjoy the sus, and I will not, like, take issue with that. Was not my cup of tea is all. All right, we're running out of room. We're running out of room. So I think I might need to make a new slide. Because we still have, holy shit. Okay, yes. So I'm gonna kind of do a boyfriend line in the next slide. So let's make an arrow and write boyfriend, because we are now getting into where we meet actual Vox, who is ancient Vox, just in the present. It's getting bigger. There are 34 of these that I've been trying to fit into one screen, and it was never going to work, but I foolishly held out hope. Wait, isn't this when he played for Forest Guardian? We were just talking about you. It feels very Forest Guardian because it feels very Lord of the Rings. And Forest Guardian made me think Lord of the Rings. All right, new slide. Boyfriend. All right, which one was first? Which one? Hold up. Okay, that is, okay, it's the bubblegum one. The bubblegum one is boyfriend one. Or is that a candy apple? That's a candy apple! I always thought it was bubblegum! I'm stupid as hell. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. So we have boyfriend one. Boyfriend one goes directly into boyfriend two. This is pretty word of God, pretty established. Yeah, I think it is. Look, there's a stick. Maybe. I don't know. That looks like a stick. Maybe it is bubblegum. I don't know. It is bubblegum. Okay, thank you. I saw what looked like a stick, and all of a sudden I was like, I'm stupid as hell. Okay, it is bubblegum. Thank you. It is. All right. Well, now that I've had a panic, they're taking the fox's eyes and guard. Thank you for reminding me about that meme. The stick is his hair. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. And then I think there's a hiccup here. I think that boyfriend 2 does not go directly into boyfriend 3. I'm pretty sure. Yes, word of God. Word of God comes into play here because hold up. Where is it? Oh shit. I think that's making up. Did I talk about actor? I forgot actor. Oh no. Okay. Backtrack. Whoa, shit. Backtrack temporarily. Oh yeah, you're the stupid one. All right, let me, can I crop you? No, I can't crop you. Can I select you? Can I pick you? Can I pick you? Can I? Can I? Hold up. I have made a terrible mistake. Selection. Yes, I need to just select. No. I need to select this right here. There we go. You're coming with me. Aw, man. Oh, no. Hornor. Oh, shit. I have not forgotten librarian. I haven't forgotten librarian. And that's going to be another one that's, where are you? Okay, you know what? We're gonna do this a weird way. I'm snipping his ass, and, because his is the only thumbnail that's acting, like, crazy. So, we're snipping him out, and, we're gonna do it that way. Where'd you go? There you are. All right, he's too big, but it won't matter once he's shrunk down to size. Actor, definitely his own category in his AU. Actor, Kindred is an actor. He's an actor. Kindred has apparently gone to school for being an actor and has devoted a lot of time to being a professional actor. To me, that doesn't read as any of the timelines, such as like boss or potentially librarian, or like these four guys right here between captain and box and officer and doctor. Actor is definitely his own just because of the timeline itself. No, I don't want to save the snip. Wasn't supposed to have to snip your ass anyway. Okay. So, oh no. Where's my palette? There it is. Pick tool. Cool. All right. So, Word of God has said that, excuse you, thumbnails? Thumbnails, why are you doing this to me now? Where are you? Okay, one moment. I'm gonna close out my my photo software because it's not treating me nicely, and we'll try this again. Of course, I'm getting passionate about things, and it's like, whoa there, slow down. Where'd you all go? There you are. Yeah, I definitely forgot about their taking the hobbits to Isengard until you reminded me. Oh, come on. Please? Please? You love me, right? Yeah? Work? Thank you. So apparently it really was the photo software itself was just being dumb. Cool. Thanks. Love that for me. Open. Thumbnails. Now they're all back and now I have to dig through them again, but it's fine. We'll make it work. Okay, who was next and where did you go? Yes. Making up after an argument. There we go. Look at his pretty face. We're back. Okay. So, making up after an argument, this one was also in the boyfriend line. And he kind of said in... Yeah, if there's no scuff, it won't be a VTuber stream. Fair. Word of God does put this between boyfriend 2 and 3. I don't remember which Zatsu, and I don't remember if it was a Zatsu or it was a post-nut RuneScape. But I do remember him indicating that this one was before the proposal, because he's still technically your boyfriend. And you've had your like first major argument. So I will put that there. It's still a part of the boyfriend line. No matter what, it's gonna be somewhere linearly here. I'm objectively putting it between 2 and 3. Yes, Ka agrees. Sumi agrees. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. Oh yeah, McGamer. McGamer, because of the fact that he is still... Oh shit! Ah! What the hell happened here? Bring back chat. Bring back chat. There we are. There you all are. So... McGamer. He's still our boyfriend, which means he is not my hubby yet. So boyfriend, gamer boyfriend goes in this line as well. Pre-boyfriend 3. All right. The sick one is in here as well. I don't remember. He mentioned our wedding, so that one will fall past boyfriend 3. The worm one, I think, is a split off of anywhere in here. I think the worm is an AU because of the way that he said, I think in the postnet RuneScape, there's no guarantee that Kindred will ever turn back. It's very open-ended, very potential that like it's just its own little weird random thing that happened. And so that one I have off shooting one of these, but I don't have it in the line itself. Would I still like Vox if he was a worm? I mean, yeah, I'd still like him if he was a worm. He's still Vox, but he brought up a good point, that when it comes to that question, would you still love me if I was a worm? It's less about a weird, random, funny, quirky question to ask your significant other, and more kind of a projection of, would you love me if I was old? Would you love me if I got sick and needed to be taken care of? Would you love me if I was terminally ill? Like, it's, oh, I can't think of the word. It's not something along the lines of just, oh, this is so cute, and if you don't say yes, then you're a terrible person. It's a little bit deeper than that and very grounded in reasonable fears that people have when they're in a relationship. Yeah, a lot about accommodations. All right, bye, Kendra. Good luck. Thank you. Thank you so much. Have fun tonight. And that made it make sense, because I always thought that it was a little silly, like, oh, haha. And then he explained it, and I was like, this just got very existential very quickly. All right, so I think what I will do for boyfriend is a worm, since I think this is our last of the boyfriend ones. Let me double check my timeline. Yes, because now it does get to boyfriend 3. So we're just gonna make a little box. We're gonna make a little box. I want my lines. Thank you very much. Keep giving me lines. Back to lines. Thank you. And then, oh no, that was supposed to be an arrow. And then we'll put worm off shooting somewhere here. Oh, hi, Sir Doggo. Welcome in, bud. Who's a good boy? Hey. Hey, bud. You're awake. Hi. Hi, bud. No Borf. He was sleeping at my side in my little recording booth, and he decided he was gonna wake up. All right, this was a Yui thumbnail, so where is it? There we go. Easily recognizable. All right, boyfriend loves you even if you're a worm is an AU there. Why is the... Fuck it, still works. Okay. Then, the doggo deserves head pats. All right, hey bud. You get head pats from Red Ranger. Yeah, good boy. Good boy, you've been good. All right, next is actually boyfriend 3. I have a surprise for you. Unfortunately, in this line of things, these two have been removed. Me Gamer is gone, and Boyfriend 3 is gone. Because Boyfriend 3 got a little sus. And unfortunately, unfortunately, that also means that our wedding is gone. And the Akuma crossover for the AkuVerse crossover for the ages. So all 4 of these guys make a reappearance in Boyfriend 3, indicating that they are in fact a part of the same timeline. Doctor and Officer are directly referenced in Boyfriend 1 because he finds you in a bar hiding from them. You mention that they look like him, and apparently he didn't believe exactly how much they looked like him until he found out firsthand in Boyfriend 3. We're going to come back to Boyfriend 3 because some very interesting dialogue happens in Boyfriend 3 that kind of throws a whole wrench in the timelines. But this is me overthinking it. Let's finish first. So, I love that I'm like making hand motions you can't even see because my arms are pinned to my sides. Yeah. They proceeded to sleep around and risk the careers of many more men. Fuck you, officer. All right. So, this, though, the line that he said proceeded to sleep around and risk the careers of many more men. Okay. He already knew about Vox. He already knew about Captain. And he already knows that Doctor, is lying out his ass. We got taken advantage of. We didn't do shit to Doctor. But the fact that he says that we proceeded to risk the careers of many more men by sleeping around. This is where it does get a little confusing. Because before Boyfriend, we have to go back here. Exactly who we slept with. I think Boss fits in now. Where did you go? Boss? Boss? Hey, Boss? Boss? Hello? Where are you going? Hold up. Paste. Where are you going? Why are you acting stupid now? Are you sure? Am I sure I'm not MatPat? I'm not MatPat. Wait. Oh God, he just disappeared. Why are you acting? I don't want to replace image. I want to paste the image. Give me the image. Where? Oh, there you are. Found him. All right, so now we can slot in Boss. Boss, which was the start of an era, and 10 Boss is a dream come true. I do like Boss. I can't even deny I like Boss. All right, so yeah, we get Boss in here somewhere after Doctor. And then he was being sneaky. He did like accidentally trap us in a closet. By the way, I have a story. As someone who has actually been trapped in a closet before, it's fucking scary. And between Officer and the fact that I then, or not Officer, Boss, and then the fact that I later got stuck in an elevator, and the fact that he was like, of course neither of us have our phones, I started religiously carrying my phone anywhere because of 2 incidences where I got trapped with no help and Officer and Boss chiding me for like forgetting my phone. Not that he didn't forget his either and he was just being a hypocritical asshole, but yeah, the trapped in the closet and elevator stories, I'll tell them later because I don't want to get too sidetracked and they're quite lengthy. But Boss made me reconsider carrying my phone everywhere. Okay, So that is boss, painter. Where is it? 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 Yes, painter. I liked painter. Painter reminded me of my friend from LA who was, no offense to any artists or creators who get very like philosophical about their work, because I think that it's charming and I think that it has a place. But painter definitely reminded me of my friend from LA who also tends to get very philosophical and like in his head about the things that he makes. So I was like, friend from LA, is that you? He's not a painter. He's a director, actor, producer. But but it reminded me of him and there was no way to unhear it. I was like, oh, it's my friend from LA who is putting out his first feature film next year, and I may get to go to an LA film premiere, so that will be neat. It's who you know. Imagine that. All right, and I personally think that maybe librarian can fit in here, but I also make the case for librarian being its own, like an AU. The reason I think that, there is a chance that Kindred got into something that they could not get out of with librarian. He did engrave his initials into Kindred, or his name into Kindred. But I think that boyfriend would not make too much of a fuss out of that, knowing the types of shit that Kindred dealt with both officer and doctor. I think that maybe boyfriend would accept that Kindred had gotten into things that were a little above their head and not make a big deal out of it. Let them heal, let them recover, let them rest. But I'm gonna put this, if I can, if it will let me. Can I? Oh no, 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 it's not gonna let me. If I had the option, this would be a dashed line. And it would be a dashed line. Can I make my own dashed line? Up. Up. Nope, nope, come on. Oh, right, you keep removing me from having lines. This is like the shittiest dashed line ever. It's terrible, but it proves my point. So I am going to put a dashed line to librarian because, just because it's an either or for me. I'm not 100% sure. I think it could fit in the boyfriend timeline. Oh, you're just gonna be small and down there. I think I could make a case for it being an AU, and I can make a case for it being in the boyfriend timeline. We didn't mean to flirt with the librarian. We're innocent. I listened to that of an Anime Milwaukee. My recollection of it ain't the greatest, but I do know, like he said, we were pestering him. Kindred does like to kind of like get into things that they can't get out of. So that's there. All right. Back to boyfriend. What comes after boyfriend? Wait. Yes. Okay. And the last one, in terms of the boyfriend timeline is... Oh shit, I used the wrong thumbnail. Oh, and of course my phone is dying. The worm one, what? Wait, I've overlooked the worm one. That's worm. I fucked up thumbnails here. Okay. Okay, so that is after we get married. He takes care of us when we're sick, makes direct reference to the wedding. Then we get worm. Here's your boyfriend still loves you even if you're a worm. I knew I was gonna fuck up a thumbnail at some point, and it was now. All right. So yeah, I think, let me check. That may be all the thumbnails. Let's do a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. They are all in order. Kind of. There's Worm. Yeah, there's Worm. Doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo. Dash line improv. Librarian was your first live? What a time to be alive. All right. Do you want the messy part? Because it does get messy. And it gets messy because of this fucker right here. Vox makes things messy. So, he left by the time he got penciled. The way you say that is so wrong. We got penciled. Actually, hold up. I need water. I need more water for this. I will be right back. I'm dead. Yeah, Mopey. Hydration is important. Okay. So, I am going to keep these where they are, but I am going to tell you about a problem. Vox Tenshi makes, and of course, all three of the things that I'm going to reference no longer exist, but maybe just two. Maybe just two don't exist. All right, let me find my script because I know that I wrote this out. Okay. Vox Tenshi 1. Vox admits to having met Vox. Actually having met Vox. He says something along the lines of like, yes, I have met this demon that you speak of, or I have met this demon, of which basically the important part here is I have met this demon. I'm pretty sure he used the word met. That was critical. That they've met. But in Boyfriend 3, right? The day of our wedding? Uh-huh. Boyfriend 3, Vox starts acting like he's never met Vox before. After the whole fiasco goes down and he's explaining to us what happened as we faded to black and just, well, it didn't even fade to black, just like flashed to post-wedding because chaos erupted and there were Voxes everywhere. He said something, actually I quoted it, the priest looking, I don't know what the hell was going on with him. The priest looking. Not Vox, not like the priest that I know, not that he's ever met Vox. He acts like he has never met Vox. But then, in the Feeling Sick ASMR, he mentions Vox as seeming familiar, and that he felt he'd seen him before, but wasn't able to remember where. And then says it's a story for if he does remember. So we have a hiccup in Boyfriend 3. We have a hiccup because that Vox does not sound like he knows Vox at all, but then later he does. All right, so we've got some options. Option 1, they have met before. They have met. They do know each other. But your wedding was just kind of crashed and you're lucky that you even got married to begin with. And so maybe he was just having temporary memory problems until he had time to think on it more. Mm-hmm. Yes. So, alternate take, Vox might have some form of amnesia. Option 2, Vox lied to us on our wedding day. Let that sink in. Vox may have lied to us on our wedding day. alternate alternate option, because I don't like the idea that Vox lied to us on our wedding day. And options 1, he has amnesia. Options 2, he lied to us about who Vox is. Those can exist on the same timeline. Like, those do not change the timeline at all. They are, either possibility can exist. Option 3, this is where it gets crazy. And this is where, if I'd had the time, I would have had a thumbnail made of me, like, being the crazy string map guy, but with Vox thumbnails. There exists a timeline in which Vox and Vox have never met that overlaps with the main timeline at the wedding. So we could have, here's what I wrote. We could have an entirely mirrored timeline beyond the wedding night, with the only difference being that Vox and Vox have never met. We travel along the timeline where Vox knows Vox until we reach the wedding, and we converge on the timeline where Vox doesn't know Vox. Then afterwards, we jump back onto the timeline where they have met, with Vox having a vague memory of Vox. So we could basically, I'm not going to do it because this is sketchy as fuck as it is, but like somewhere along here, after Vox Tenchi 2, we have a timeline that comes in and then just like kind of carries its way all the way over to the wedding and then goes pop. Or like, well, after the wedding, I guess. Pops in. Your boyfriend takes care of you, or your husband takes care of you while you're sick. And then we do have a situation where there is one version of Vox that just doesn't know Vox. And then he knows him again. But it had to have split off, completely mirrored all the way until then, and then reconverged. I kind of agree with Holly. I kind of agree with Holly that Vox was trying to cover his ass and not telling us exactly who Vox was. And he lied to us on our wedding day. But yeah, that is the very sketchy, chaotic timeline of events, because I dived way too deeply into this and I just needed to get it all out of my head. He needed to protect us. Oh, he might. I am implying that Vox breaks the timeline in a critical way. Yes, I am. I don't think it's intentional. I think it's more of just like every action leads to a new timeline type. I don't think Vox is the one that's like causing the timeline breaks. And I do think that it's just a different version of Vox from a different timeline. So, yeah. I definitely dug way too deep into this. Oh, right. You DM'd me a thing. Hold up, Holly. Hold up. Ah. All right. Where am I looking at? Aha, lore. All right, so now that we have lots of fun lore and trivia, yes. Okay, so how are we feeling first? How are we feeling about this possible timeline of events? Do we think that there's something that is like egregiously wrong? Do we think that it all makes a relative amount of sense? Or is there something that could be improved upon? Like straight up improved upon. All right, lore. You agree with the majority. The majority is good. Oh. I see why you have ideas, Holly. I see why you have ideas. So if we were to change it... Okay, you do think Mr. Everlasting could be far future and Cowboy PI could be in between ancient. I think, yeah, because there was lore in the karaoke that Holly has just turned me on to. They have given me a lore dump, courtesy of a website, the VTuber fandom website. So we might actually end up, okay. So we might, oh my God, this is gonna get so messy. All right, there is a very good chance that, all right, I need room. There's a very good chance that PI and Cowboy were in the same timeline. Of course, like, he makes no reference to being a demon because he obviously wouldn't. But this is possible because he was in America in the 1920s? He was by the 1980s, apparently, according to karaoke lore, which unfortunately is lost to time. So we could actually have, where is he? Where is he? You were doing your best. You were doing your best. We may have a timeline that looks something like this, where Handsome and the PI are no longer separate, but follow directly from perhaps I treated you too harshly, where we get out of jail. Yeah. Maybe, yeah, he went into hiding. You don't like ASMR, but you're fascinated by this graph. It's a fascinating graph. Wonder about Cowboy PI is that they aren't particularly smart. Okay, but think for a moment, or ponder for a moment. Is he a naturally speaking English speaker? Did he try to pick up English himself? Because it may just have been the fact that English hard and trying to think in English hard. Did he in fact kill a Texan? Did he? Although I thought it was Arizona. Wasn't it Arizona? I thought it was Arizona. Yeah, he met a Kaneshiro and then found onigiri. And then Vox. Yeah. Then Vox got better and present. Yeah. So we definitely already knew that Vox and Vox knew each other, which is why Wedding is like, did he lie? Did he lie to us? And yeah, so we may have this. And if you think that Mr. Everlasting was potentially in a far future after our current kindred is gone, and maybe he just had bad experiences, we will also put him down here with a eagle question mark. Much more about your own characterization of Vox. Yeah, I also have questions about the scam story, and I'm hoping that this lore video we get a little bit more about Vox, because he's so fascinating as a character. So yeah, we may have something that looks like this instead. All right. Is there anything else that anybody can think of? I think we have I think we've beaten this to death, but I'm still having fun, and I'm willing to, like, I'm willing to talk more. Want lore video with him crying? Good work, Twyla Sensei. I am nothing if not thorough when things intrigue me. All right, so I may pretty this up and I might post it. That's just a timeline. The symmetry between ancient boyfriend, knight, forest guardian, butler? Oh, the symmetry. Now that you mention it. Huh. I guess I never thought about how, like, similar they were. You've barely even been here, but it was a very calm stream for you. That's the lore. There's a lot of fanning about that. I mean, I can definitely see the parallels, and, like, if they are different alternate universe existences of each other, Well, I think boyfriend is specifically, boyfriend should specifically be Vox, real Vox. I'm pretty sure Word of God has said that. Like, Word of God has said that boyfriend is ancient Vox. Sadly, you've not watched any of these ones yet, just his comfort ones. And that's all right. They're there. The non-sussy ones are still there if you ever think that you want to watch them. There was a feeling of confusion after the jump cut after the wedding of him going, that was odd. Yes! I always thought, but I think that was just, he ran out of time. I think he was frantically trying to put it together before leaving and before like saying goodbye to us and prepping for that farewell karaoke. I definitely think that's more an artifact of how much he was trying to put together. But it is weird, and of course we can make theories about it. Have a theory about what happened between Ancient and boyfriend. I mean, he did get severely weakened, he said. His flame went out at the end of his sword and he had to recover from it. So I don't know, there's all sorts of stuff that your body will do when you're trying to recover from near death. Even not near death, it doesn't take much to knock a brain out of whack. Speaking from experience and my 4 major traumatic brain injuries. Anyway, never saw any of these and got a lore dump on it. Neat. I'm glad you enjoyed. I liked making it. Reincarnation. I don't think he died, did he? He got weakened as a result of Ancient and has never recovered. Yeah. I don't know if he died. I don't think he died. He said very firmly that he is still 400 years old. Vox fell off the cliff. But see, when the villains, quote unquote, when the villains fall off a cliff in games, they come back 10 times stronger. We see it in the movie teaser. I never realized he fell off. He fell off. And in the opening of New Sidonia. Wait. Huh? I just always saw him crying. I need to rewatch some things. Clearly, I need to rewatch things. This is news to me. Fallen and he can't get up. All right, so fell off into the ocean. Shit. Okay. I'll need to pay a little more attention. Yeah. All right, well, I have homework to do, but specifically being about the ASMRs, I think we've got a couple really good, interesting timelines that I will clean up and maybe post. I don't know. It's a lot. But I did say, if you were good, does anyone want, let me mute this. Does anyone want a sneak peek of the cover that I'm doing? And an understanding of why it's taking me so long and why I am suffering? Post it and present it like a scientific study. Yeah, that sounded exciting. Excited. Yeah, just for you. Oh my god, I'm crying because I had to keep pushing Control C. Oh no, well that's over. I'm hoping to edit this down into an actual video explaining my my thought processes, and people are just gonna see me cry off and on, and it's just gonna have to be that way. All right, so, oh right, I'm gonna be doubled now. I'm not gonna let it last long. This will be the last thing before we say goodbye. All right, so I'm doing all of this myself. I'm timing it myself. I am trying to get it all pieced together by myself. And here you are, the sneak peek of the cover that I'm doing, all a cappella. This is raw vocals, unmixed, unbalanced. So temper your expectations and let's begin. Bum, 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 bum. them tulips like roses and clover. Then tell him that his lonesome nights are over. Sandman, I'm so alone. Don't have nobody to call my own. And then it cuts off in the most unsatisfying way imaginable. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. That's what I'm working on, and Fiercey, welcome in. Okay, hold up, let me exit out of this. Oh, ugh. Doubled up voice sucks. Right at the end, yeah, I needed to get ready for this. Thank you, Ka. Thank you, Dr. Frederick. That was the unpolished version, yes. Without vocal balancing, without basically compressing it. Yeah. Were you here the whole time, Fiercey, listening to me ramble? All right, well, yeah. So thank you, everybody. I had a lot of fun with this stream. I'm glad I finally got to get this all out of my head and that people were willing to listen, and I really enjoyed. Yeah, I just really enjoyed the stream with you all. I wasn't sure when I started. Oh, is the notification bell not being stupid again? Might be being stupid again. All right. And thank you all the kindred who gave me a chance. I know, I mean, you didn't have to come stop in, but I'm very, very happy that you did, and I appreciated it. So thank you, especially to all the kindred and to everybody who had no idea what the fuck was going on and stayed anyway. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much for your time. This has been my Twyla talk, and this is going to be the only stream of its kind, at least until more characters get made, and then we can revisit. Maybe even when the sussy ones start to get remade, we can revisit. And we'll do this all over again, as Boss put it. Anyway. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a good time zone. Oh no, Charge Darby. And I will see you all later. Bye.